Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Do They Miss You spread for my lovely, fantastic Aries. If this does not resonate with you and you would like your own personal custom reading, please click the link in the description box down below. This is Book Your Own Personal Custom Reading. With that being said, and you're new here and you enjoy the content that I produce, consider subscribing and joining the family. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, or evening, and I'm going to shift the cards 3 times in a row. And if you didn't know, now you do know. And let's begin. So the first question that I'm going to be asking is, how do they feel about you? So let us begin and find out how they feel about you. How do they feel about you? One more time. Alrighty, so how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Well, they feel the World card. So the World card essentially is having a completion of a cycle. So whatever they need to do or however they feel about you, they need to get over something or complete something in order to go through the next stage of life. Similarly to the Death card, how something essentially has to and to have a new beginning. This needs to have, an ending to whatever cycle that is happening so they can have a new beginning somewhere else. So coming back to the question is, how do they feel about you? Well, they want to have basically a new opportunity to have a completion of the cycle with you. Okay, so how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? They feel like you are somebody that they can look up to. I know this is a female here, but this could be representing of a male or a female. It's kind of lucrative in that regard. They feel like you are very awesome. You provide them with a lot of knowledge. You are somebody in their life that is, financially stable and knows what's going on, and they view you as somebody that just really has everything together in their life together. And this is the main central theme here of what they view you as. Right? And so, how else do they feel you? How else do they feel you? How else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? How else do they feel about you? Well, this is the Star card, and the Star card is representing basically they are hoping and wishing for a lot of things to, really turn out in their favor, work out for them, and go in a positive direction here. So thus far, it's pretty positive how they feel about you. They're not feeling anything too negative, but we're going to get into the blockages between you both and see what happened between you both, and maybe there's a misunderstanding, etc., etc. So let's find out that together. So, what are the blockages between you both? What are the blockages between you both? What are the blockages between you both? So the first blockage here is the Fool card. So it seems like somebody, either you or them or both of you, are trying to take a leap of faith towards something here, and inevitably it led to you guys having some type of disagreement probably, or something along the lines where you guys didn't have a full understanding of the situation. And so essentially, taking a leap of faith towards something didn't necessarily work out in neither of your favors. Okay, and what else are the blockages between you both? What else are the blockages between you both? What else are the blockages between you both? So it seems like in regards to your guys' friends, it seems like maybe somebody was emotionally confining too much into one's friends, and it may have caused a separation between you both. As you can see, it's a bunch of people celebrating, having a good time. Cups are representing of love, empathy, and emotion, and that's why I stated before maybe they or you or somebody or both of you really had really great friends, and you guys emotionally confined into them. However, it seems like it was the downfall or the separation of you guys to begin with, because sometimes, unfortunately, friends do bring some type of suspect to the situation, and sometimes it's good to just deal with things on your own and not involve other people, because it can create a bigger problem. So ultimately, the blockages between you two, the separation, this is the main central theme, happens to be the friend group. All right, and so what else are the blockages between you both? What else are the blockages between you both? What else are the blockages between you both? So it seems like also that maybe you or them or both of you were weighing your options here, and maybe that didn't rub the person or the other individual the right way. And this is, pentacles, and pentacles representing of long-term commitment, something solid, something great. And it seems like they were, either you or both of them were weighing their options and seeing like, hey, is this good? Is this good? Or is this good? is this option good for me or is this option good for me? What's the benefit of that? What's the benefit of this? And so there are a lot of comparing and back and forth was happening here, and it caused a lot of drama and definitely a huge misunderstanding. Again, nothing necessarily ridiculously negative, if I'm going to be honest, but it seems like there was a big misunderstanding that had happened and kind of caused you guys to get separated from the situation. So we ask the questions is, how do they miss you? Do they care? Are they thinking about you right now? So do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? So we have the Magician card, and the Magician card is representing of putting everything on the table, if you will. Essentially, they want to put the pentacles, the cups, the wands, the swords, everything on the table. They want to have a clear indication, a clear understanding of what's happening, and they want to just, clear any of the misunderstanding that's happening and just try to just put everything there and say, hey, this is what it is, this is how I feel, this is what's going to happen. And this is kind of how we can move on from here. And so that's how they feel. So do they miss you? I feel like they do miss you because they want to kind of resolve any misunderstandings and put everything on the table for you. And do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Well, this is the Hangman, and the Hangman essentially represents feeling stuck and stagnant in a situation, feeling like they have no control over anything. And I feel like they don't have much control of anything, or they feel like they don't have much control over anything, and they feel like they're stuck and stagnant, and they can't, approach you, essentially. I'm struggling so hard to get this out, but I'm sure you get what I mean, essentially. This is the main central theme. They feel stuck and stagnant, trapped in a situation, and they just feel like they just can't do anything, and that's how they're feeling, pertaining to missing you. And do they miss you? Do they miss you? Do they miss you? Well, we have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen's representing of being patient. Cups are representing of, love, empathy, and emotion. And again, kind of similarly to the huge theme of this whole thing is, do I want to give my cup of love? Do I not want to give my cup of love? Similarly to, weighing the heavy options pertaining to two individuals. This individual is really going back and forth on their feelings and emotions, and they're not sure of what to do, how to feel, and et cetera, et cetera. So, do they miss you? Yes, they miss you. They feel stuck and stagnant. They feel like they can't do anything, and they keep going back and forth on their emotions about how they feel about you. So finally, we ask the question is, do they want you back in their life? 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 So it seems like there's a lot of clouded judgment happening here, and they're doing a lot of thinking and contemplating about the situation as a whole, as you can tell and see there. And they're trying to figure out, should I stand up and fight or walk away from the situation? What is the best course of action for me to take? And so they don't really have a particular answer yet. They haven't really set in stone of what they want to do. It seems like a trend here of like they're constantly going back and forth on their feelings and emotions, and on with regards to choosing people, in regards to their feelings and emotions, and in regards to how to deal with the situation as a whole. Also, they're kind of constantly going back and forth with. Okay, and do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? It seems like we have the Knight of Swords, and Knights represents movement towards something. Swords represents quick, fast movement. And it seems like they have a bit of clouded judgment here. They kind of probably want to say something, say a couple things off their chest. They probably want to get over a lot of things, and they probably just want to just tell you how they feel and move on. And they're kind of acting a bit of irrationally in the situation. And this is the main central theme. So do they want you back in their life? They can't really decide, but they do have some underlying feelings of aggression towards you that they probably want to let out, which can, lead to affecting their relationship heavily. But this is the main central theme regardless. And do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? Do they want you back in their life? They definitely 100% no doubt in my mind, they may have had some conflicting feelings. They may be feeling a bit aggressive. They just probably need to air out a bit, but they 100% want to reconcile with you. This is the reconcile card. They want you back in their life. They want to offer you a cup of love. They want to show you exactly how they're feeling and there's all the emotions and etc. etc. So essentially, they're like, hey, I want to offer this cup. I want to mend anything that's happened between us. I want to move forward and I want to see where this goes. So ultimately, do they want you back in their life? Yes. There's going to be a bit of conflict, arguments. You guys got to air out your laundry with each other. But once you guys do that, it can be definitely a way positive, way more better experience. So let's get that a better shuffle here. What's some advice? What's some advice? One more time. What's some advice? What's some? Thank you. So it seems like the one that came out to me is balance. Balance here. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both support and challenges. So essentially, what this is telling you is that, ironically, in contradiction to these cards and this card, literally every card of weighing the options is you both need to have some type of balance in the relationship. You need to have some type of equal give and take pertaining to the situation. You can't have one without the other. You guys need to equally come together and form a consistent type of relationship where you both are on the same page and everything's on the table and you have balance in the situation. I do feel like you guys are going to reunite together and kind of air out any of the dirty laundry that you may have, and I feel like it's going to be okay, but you guys ultimately need to have balance between each other and things will definitely work out for the better. And also we have the card called Wait, Don't Rush Into It, Allow Nature to Take Its Course. So obviously things are going to naturally work out themselves. It's going to just play out the way it is. They definitely are wanting to move towards you. They have a positive vibe towards you. They view you highly. So just, take your time, wait for the situation to kind of air itself out and for them to kind of chill out a bit, and then things will kind of come back into place, and like I stated before, have some balance, but things are going to be okay. So with that being said, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you want to see my videos and content like this one, hit the notification bell to get notified when I upload my videos every single week. Here's some of my videos over here that YouTube's recommended for you to watch. Good luck in your endeavors and take care. Bye.